Most people don't choose between renting and buying. They get pushed into it by fear. Fear of being left behind. Fear that if they don't buy now, they'll regret it later. And the scary part? Most people don't even realize they're making one of the biggest financial decisions of their life in that emotional state. Aaron is 26, nothing special on paper, decent job, makes about $1,000 a month. He's not struggling, but he's not moving forward either. Every month feels the same. Salary comes in, rent goes out, a few expenses here and there, and whatever is left just disappears. One evening, he's at a family dinner. His cousin announces he just bought a house. Everyone lights up. Finally settled. Best decision of your life. Rent is just burning money. Aaron laughs along, but inside, something feels off. Not jealousy exactly, more like pressure. Like he's slowly falling behind in a race he didn't even sign up for. That night, he can't sleep. He opens his phone, starts checking property prices. They look high, but then he sees things like prices will only go up. Buy now or regret later. And that's it. That moment, right there. Aaron doesn't sit down and calculate everything. He just feels like, I should probably do this. And right there, his life quietly splits into two versions. In one version, Aaron buys. He walks into a bank. The numbers feel big, but manageable. House, $60,000 down payment, $10,000 loan, $50,000, 20 years, 10% interest. EMI, around $408. The banker leans forward and says, Sir, you're not losing money. You're building an asset. That one sentence is enough. Aaron signs, walks out with keys in his hand, and a responsibility he doesn't fully understand yet. In the other version, Aaron waits. Same situation, same pressure. But this time, he pauses. Not because he's smarter, just because something doesn't feel fully clear. He tells himself, let me wait. He keeps renting for $300, but he also makes a quiet rule. If I'm not buying, I can't just waste the difference. So he starts putting aside $150, $200 a month. No perfect system. Some months he invests, some months he forgets. But slowly, something starts building. The first year feels very different in both lives. Buyer Aaron walks into his home for the first time. Empty rooms, bare walls. But it's his. That feeling, hard to describe. For the first time, he feels like he owns a piece of his life. Then small things begin. A pipe leaks. Costs $400. Basic furniture, another $800. Little repairs here and there. Money starts leaving quietly. And the EMI? That never stops. Every month, same amount, no matter what. By the end of the year, he notices something. He's earning the same as before, but feels more financially tight than ever. Renter Aaron's life looks boring on the outside. Same apartment, same routine, but internally, he's not fully confident. Every time someone talks about buying property, he feels like he's doing something wrong. Still, he continues. $150 here, $200 there. It doesn't feel impressive, but it's consistent enough to matter. Here's the strange part. The buyer feels like he made progress. The renter feels like he's falling behind, but neither one actually knows what's really happening yet. By year 3, reality becomes clearer. Buyer Aaron checks his loan statement seriously for the first time. He's paid around $17,000. He expects a big chunk of the loan to be gone. He starts, it's not. Most of what he paid went into interest. That realization hits harder than he expected, but then something else happens. Property prices in his area go up. His house is now worth around $70,000. On paper, he's gained value, and that brings his confidence back. Renter Aaron checks his investments. They're sitting around $7,000, $8,000. Not huge, but real. Then his landlord increases rent, $300, $350. It annoys him more than he expected. For the first time, he thinks, at least if I owned a place, this wouldn't happen. And that's when it becomes clear. Buying protects you from rent increases, but it ties you to long-term debt. Renting gives you flexibility, but you don't control the future cost. Then life happens. Year 5, Aaron's company cuts salaries. Buyer Aaron's income drops, but the EMI, still $480. No adjustment, no flexibility. Cutting everything. Less eating out, no extra spending. The pressure builds slowly, not dramatic, just constant. At night, he starts thinking differently. What if something goes wrong? What if I can't keep up with this? For the first time, the house doesn't feel like security. It feels like something he has to protect. Renter Aaron faces the same salary drop, same stress, but his response looks different. He shifts to a slightly cheaper place, reduces rent, adjusts faster. His investments? Around $12,000, $15,000 now. Not life-changing, but enough to give him some breathing space. And this is where something important shows up. When things go wrong, flexibility starts to matter more than ownership. By year 7, things improve again. Income stabilizes, stress reduces, buyer Aaron starts feeling good again. His house value has increased further, maybe around $80,000 now. And there's something else. Peace. No landlord, no sudden rent jumps. He knows exactly what he owes every month. That predictability feels safe. Renter Aaron's investments grow to around $25,000 plus. That feels like real progress. But rent keeps increasing. $350, $400 plus. And now a different kind of thought appears. How long can I keep paying like this? And that's the trade-off most people don't talk about. Freedom has a cost. Stability has a cost. You don't remove pressure. You just choose which type you can live with. 10 years pass. Both Aarons are now 36. Buyer Aaron has paid around $65,000 plus, still has some loan left, but his house value has increased. He owns something real, something physical, but most of his money is tied inside it. He can't easily use it. It's there, but not flexible. Renter Aaron has paid more rent over time, but he has built investments around $35,000 plus. That money is accessible, movable, flexible. Neither of them is completely right. Neither of them is completely wrong. They just built wealth differently. One built it in property, the other built it in cash and investments. And here's the part most people miss. This was never just about renting versus buying. If buyer Aaron had made bad decisions, overborrowed, missed payments, ignored costs, this story could have ended very differently. If renter Aaron had no discipline, spent everything, never invested, kept upgrading his lifestyle, he would have nothing today. So the real difference wasn't the decision. It was the behavior after the decision. That's the part no one explains clearly. Because in the end, buying a house doesn't automatically make you rich, and renting doesn't automatically make you poor. What actually matters is much simpler and much harder. Can you handle pressure over time? Can you stay consistent when things get boring? Can you make good decisions, even when no one is watching? Because that's what really decides everything. And maybe the biggest mistake people make is this. They rush into a decision because everyone around them is doing it without thinking about the life that comes after. So before you decide, don't just ask yourself, should I rent or buy? Ask yourself something more honest. What kind of financial life am I actually ready to live?